Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. Illegal immigration dropped in January as Trump took action. Protesters across US rally against Trump, Musk and Doge on President's Day. Top criminal prosecutor in DC resigned as Trump peak took over. Social Security acting chief stepped down, Trump peak awaits confirmation. FDA Food Division head Jim Jones resigns amid Trump administration changes. Leonard Peltier released after Biden commutes a sentence for FBI killings. Mayor Adams and Commissioner Cumbo award $59.3 million to over 1,000 non-profits in NYC. Governor Hochul prepares to deploy National Guard to secure correctional facilities in New York. Pope Francis diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia receiving treatment in hospital. Delta flight crashes and flips upside down at Toronto Airport, 21 injured. Kim Se-ryong's death raises concerns over toxic online comments and media treatment. And snowstorm delays Messi's Champions Cup debut with Inter Miami. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. Illegal immigration at the southern border dropped sharply in January after President Donald Trump returned to office and took immediate action. New data from Customs and Border Protection showed that 61,465 illegal immigrants were caught at the southern border in January, a 36% decrease from December 2024. This included 29,116 arrests at the border, the lowest since May 2020, and 32,349 at ports of entry. After Trump took office, the decline became even steeper. From January 21 to January 31st, U.S. Border Patrol apprehensions dropped 85% compared to the same time in 2024. Migrant arrests at ports of entry fell by 93% during this period, according to ABC News. Under the previous administration, the average number of illegal immigrants encountered in January was 141,710. Many were allowed to stay in the U.S. Now, under Trump, illegal border crossings are at record lows. Migrants who enter illegally are being arrested and sent back quickly. Trump has promised even stricter measures in the coming months to stop illegal immigration completely. People protested against President Trump and his policies in cities across the U.S. on February 17th, chanting "No Kings on President's Day." Demonstrators gathered in Boston, Washington, D.C., Phoenix, and other major cities. Many criticized billionaire advisor Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency, which aims to cut federal spending. In Boston, nearly 1,000 people marched in freezing temperatures, holding signs that read, "This is a coup," and "Deport Musk, dethrone Trump." Protesters dressed in Revolutionary War-style clothing to symbolize their opposition. In Phoenix, protesters attempted to enter the state capitol to oppose a bill requiring state officers to support federal immigration policies. Security blocked access, leading to tense moments. The bill later passed along party lines. The protests were organized by the 50-51 movement, which stands for 50 protests, 50 steps, 1 day. This was their second national protest this month. Meanwhile, Trump supporters held counter demonstrations in West Palm Beach. Protesters said they wanted to send a clear message against what they called anti-democratic actions by the Trump administration and its allies. Dennis Chung, head of the criminal division in the U.S. Attorney's Office in Washington, D.C., resigned, adding to a growing number of Justice Department officials who left under President Trump's administration. Chung announced her resignation in an email, saying she had faithfully served through multiple administrations. She did not give a reason for stepping down. Her resignation followed several prosecutors in New York and Justice Department officials who left last week after the acting Deputy Attorney General ordered the dismissal of a case against New York Mayor Eric Adams. As head of the criminal division, Chung oversaw national security cases and major prosecutions, including those related to the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Her resignation came one day after Trump announced his decision to nominate Ed Martin as the U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. Martin had been serving in the role temporarily. Martin was involved in the Stop the Steal movement and had defended many January 6 defendants. He promised to investigate those interfering with Elon Musk's work and helped close several January 6 cases. Michelle King, the acting commissioner of the Social Security Administration, stepped down from her role on February 18, a Trump administration official confirmed. Leland Dudek, who led the SSA's Fraud Investigation Office, replaced her before she resigned. President Trump has nominated Frank Bisignano to take over as SSA commissioner. The White House expects a quick confirmation. Until then, Dudek will lead the agency. The White House did not explain why King left, and the SSA has not commented. Nancy Altman, president of Social Security Works, said King resisted giving the Department of Government Efficiency access to a sensitive SSA database containing personal records and earning data. She claimed King was removed to install someone more cooperative. DOGE, led by billionaire advisor Elon Musk, has already accessed Treasury payment systems and is attempting to enter IRS databases. Critics warn this could lead to security risks, including altered Social Security records. Social Security's future remains a major political issue. Currently, about 72.5 million Americans receive benefits, including retirees, disabled individuals, and children. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Jim Jones, head of the Food and Drug Administration's Food Division, resigned on February 18, a source confirmed. His division oversees food safety, inspections, and recalls. The reason for his resignation was not given. Jones' departure came days after the Trump administration cut thousands of federal jobs, including FDA workers. It is unclear if Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has chosen a replacement. Jones led the food division since 2023 and played a key role in banning red number 3 dye and investigation lead contaminated applesauce. President Trump has nominated Dr. Marty Makary to lead the FDA, but Congress has not yet confirmed him. The FDA, which regulates most of the U.S. food supply, has not commented. Scott Faber, an advocate for food safety, said Jones' exit will slow efforts to improve food regulations. The White House said Trump wants leaders who will support his America First policies. Leonard Peltier, an indigenous activist, was released from prison after President Joe Biden commuted his life sentence for the 1975 killings of 2 FBI agents. Peltier, who has spent nearly 50 years in prison, was freed to home confinement at the age of 80. Peltier expressed his joy, saying, "Today I am finally free. They may have imprisoned me, but they never took my spirit." His supporters celebrated the decision, viewing his release as a victory for indigenous rights. However, Peltier's release sparked criticism from law enforcement, including former FBI Director Christopher Wray, who called him a remorseless killer. While Peltier's advocates welcome his release, they continue to fight for the recognition of his innocence. Peltier plans to return to North Dakota to reunite with his family and community. His story remains a symbol of the struggle for justice among Native Americans. New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Department of Cultural Affairs Commissioner Lori Cumbo announced a record $59.3 million in grants to 1,078 cultural organizations across the 5 boroughs. The funding includes $51.9 million from the mayor's office and $7.4 million from city council members. This year's grants will support arts, cultural, and historic organizations, creating jobs and strengthening the city's cultural scene. The Adams administration also introduced new reforms for a more inclusive cultural sector. For example, funding will assist non-English speakers, people with disabilities, and vulnerable populations. Additionally, the grants will support local artists and expand educational programs. In future years, the city plans to increase investments in cultural organizations, ensuring that New York remains the global cultural capital. This record-breaking investment is a significant step in enhancing the city's arts and culture, benefiting both artists and the communities they serve. Governor Kathy Hochul announced plans to deploy the New York National Guard to secure correctional facilities if an illegal work stoppage by correction officers does not end by tomorrow. The governor ordered a meeting with union leaders to resolve the situation, highlighting the safety of staff, incarcerated individuals, and surrounding communities as her priority. She emphasized that the ongoing job action has caused significant disruptions and risks to public safety. In response, Governor Hochul has mobilized her administration to take legal actions, including invoking the Taylor Law to compel workers to return. She also highlighted efforts to improve conditions for correction officers, such as increased salaries, benefits, and recruitment programs. These steps are aimed at addressing staffing shortages and ensuring the safety of both workers and inmates at New York's correctional facilities. The governor's efforts to support and protect correction officers remain ongoing. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Pope Francis has been diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia, the Vatican announced. This means the illness is affecting both of his lungs. The 88-year-old pontiff was admitted to a hospital in Rome last Friday after previously being diagnosed with bronchitis. On Monday, the Vatican revealed that he had a polymicrobial infection in his respiratory tract, leading to a complex clinical condition that requires extended hospital care. The Vatican stated that pneumonia would require drug therapy. The diagnosis came after Francis underwent a chest CT scan. Despite his health challenges, the Pope was in good spirits, spending his day resting, praying and reading. This marks the Pope's fourth hospitalization. In 2023, he underwent abdominal surgery and was treated for pneumonia. As a young man in Argentina, he had part of a lung removed, leaving him more susceptible to respiratory issues. The Pope has asked for prayers as he recovers. Delta Flight 4819 from Minneapolis made a terrifying crash landing at Toronto Pearson International Airport, flipping upside down on the runway. The flight, which had 80 people on board, skidded down the icy runway, losing its wings and tail, and eventually flipped over. All passengers and crew members survived, although 21 people were injured. Two passengers, a 40-year-old woman and a 60-year-old man, were critically injured and airlifted to the hospital. The others had minor to moderate injuries. Passengers recalled a chaotic scene. Pete Carson described how everything just kind of went sideways as the plane landed forcefully and then flipped upside down. Another passenger, John Nelson, filmed the plane's overturned wreckage and the fireball outside. Several passengers shared videos showing their dramatic escape from the plane, including one where Ashley Zook was seen hanging upside down in her seat. Despite blowing snow and freezing temperatures, the runway was dry when the crash occurred. Investigators from Canada and the US are looking into the cause of the crash. The death of South Korean actor Kim Se-yeon this week has sparked national discussion about the toxic environment celebrities face online and in the media. Kim, 24 years old, was found dead at her home in Seoul, and her death is believed to have been a suicide. She had been struggling with negative media attention following a drunk driving incident in 2022, which led to a reduced role in the Netflix series Bloodhounds in 2023. Kim began her career as a child actor and gained fame for her roles in films like The Man from Nowhere and A Girl at My Door, earning several awards. However, after her legal issues, she faced harsh criticism online and from news outlets. Media outlets continued to exploit her struggles even after her death, drawing comparisons to the tragic suicides of other South Korean celebrities. In the wake of Kim's death, many have called for changes in how celebrities are treated, urging for an end to the zero-tolerance culture. Critics have also blamed the media for sensationalizing Kim's past. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Lionel Messi's highly anticipated Champions Cup match with Inter Miami against Sporting Kansas City was postponed due to a snowstorm. The game, originally set for Tuesday, was pushed back to Wednesday because of heavy snowfall and adverse weather conditions in Kansas. The United States National Weather Service had issued a winter storm warning for parts of Kansas and Missouri, which affected the decision. CONCACAF, the governing body for North American soccer, said the postponement was made with the safety of players and fans in mind. The snowstorm also raised concerns about snow accumulation on the field at Children's Mercy Park, leading to the delay. The Champions Cup, formerly known as the Champions League, is a prestigious annual competition for clubs from North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. Inter Miami's return leg is scheduled for February 25 at Miami's Chase Stadium. The winners will advance to face Jamaica's Cavalier in the round of 16. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 20,130.49. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 50.80 points or 0.25%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,270.40. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 96.15 points or 0.25%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,324.49. The Shanghai index is decreased by 31.34 points or 0.93%. Hong Kong stock close price is 22,976.81. The Hang Seng index is increased by 360.58 points or 1.59%. Bombay stock close price is 75,967.39. The Sensex index is decreased by 29.47 points or 0.04%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Illegal immigration dropped in January as Trump took action. Protesters across US rally against Trump, Musk, and Doge on President's Day. Top criminal prosecutor in DC resigned as Trump peak took over. Social Security acting chief stepped down, Trump peak awaits confirmation. FDA Food Division head Jim Jones resigns amid Trump administration changes. Leonard Peltier released after Biden commutes a sentence for FBI killings. Mayor Adams and Commissioner Cumbo award $59.3 million to over 1,000 non-profits in NYC. Governor Hochul prepares to deploy National Guard to secure correctional facilities in New York. Pope Francis diagnosed with bilateral pneumonia receiving treatment in hospital. Delta flight crashes and flips upside down at Toronto Airport, 21 injured. Kim Se-ron's death raises concerns over toxic online comments and media treatment. And snowstorm delays Messi's Champions Cup debut with Inter Miami. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.